Greetings and welcome to NIMBY. In the previous episode we shoved a little shunt line down here in Peterborough and we've got our Leicester Central up and running. Everything is currently running pretty well. As you can see, we are making some decent money. It's only 7 AM. If we look at our lines, they're making pretty decent money. Leicester Central is just come online, so this is Leicester Central's first actual day of operation and things do appear to be going pretty well. Just got to keep an eye on some of the trains because they are getting a little bit on the full side and we may need additional trains here, which is going to be interesting actually if that is the case. It'll be the first place where we've had to add additional trains just to handle the capacity. Now, what I want to do today is I want to start an east loop and possibly a north long loop, but I'm not sure if how far north it'll go, depending on how many stations we need to complete the loop. If we get time, we will put a south loop in, and then probably in the next episode we will head for a west, north and south loops because the west area is quite large. And that should cover us all for everything actually. Okay, let's start out with a new track. And I think what we should do is try to reduce the amount of time to spend at crossovers. We should have a dual station here. What I have done in here before is had them share a station. In other plays, where have I done it? Where have I done the shared station? Have I done a shared station? I don't think I have. Oh yeah, I've done shared stations here on the bypass on the shunt line, but everywhere else is doing these dual split lines, which I think is a better way of doing it, unless you're on the shunt line. Although I could really do the shunt on a separate track, but there wasn't really a need for it. Anyway, that's something we can debate and see if we want a shunt line or not. Official lines should be separate, but I think these loops need to be separate. So let's start off with our first loop. So I say what we'll do is we'll pop into Northfields and then run. Should we pop into Northfields? We should pop up at Stonygate, swing out and round up, cut out there, come up, pop in. Maybe that should be part of the North loop. Pop into Northfields on the way back, and then down and back into Northfield. That could work. We could have 2 connection points. Never hurts to have 2 connection points, does it? We don't want to go to that one because that will push us too far up. Okay, that will work fine for us. Give me a new station and we'll start our new station down here at the University of Leicester. Pop that there. Make that as close as a connection we can make it. Use the move tool just to realign the top. There we go. And back to stations. We have one station there. That's going to immediately curve around and come this way. And then we're going to have to go up this this side here. So we're going to take this one out. Cut across, and we're not going to go down south here because that's where that's going to be naturally. I'm going to end up with 3 stations here, but I think at some point. Probably. I'm not sure. With the south loop, we might just connect to this one station, and that could be a problem. I don't think that's a good idea. But here, the north's going to connect to that one and that one. The south's going to connect to that one and that one. The middle one can't connect to these two because that one kicks too far in. It would be kind of weird to do that. The mids is quite a large area, so I feel we probably end up having 3 stations here at some point. I'm sure we'll work it out when we get to it though. Okay, let's go over here though. Let's start to the north. That Leicester station here is where we're going to put our second joint station. And it's going to connect there. And move to make those the same length. And then that's that one done. Okay, that's going to come out this way and it's going to head straight up here. And it's going to pop a station just there. 100 meters. Put it over here actually. It doesn't need to cover all that middle area since there's nothing in that middle area. There we go. That's Hamilton Station 1. That train station will come around and head down here where we'll grab them at Netherhall. Or maybe a bit higher up. Bit higher up, okay. We'll grab them here. We have to watch out for that train, that river. Oh, river stops there anyway. All good. And then this one's going to run down here. So you're going to come over here, and I'm going to say we're going to try and grab as much of this Fernby here as we can. So I'm going to put it over here. That gives us a nice big chunk of Fernby. Doesn't get the outer piece, but it does get us a chunk, and we can bring this back in to here, where we're going to go across Evington, about there. And then we get to this point. Now this is where we get to the... Actually, this is good. We can put a line here. The south loop and then the west and the east loop can be the ones that connect to each other. So pop that as high enough as we can get it without the river being in the way. I see the marker for this. 105 will do just fine. Then you hit there, you'll come across here and you'll fit into there. And this is where it gets a bit tricky because we need to make sure we get all these stations. So from there we'll cut across here and we'll probably put a station just here, which will hook that one into the north field. It's going to be a bit of a tight bend, but I feel that'll do it. We probably actually just want to bring Humberson Park this way a bit more to help with that, but I don't want to watch out for that gap, so I'm going to aim you right at that gap in the river because we can cheat that little bit for everything. We're going to miss this tiny piece here unless we bring you up by quite a large margin. I don't want to do that, so we're going to miss that piece out. This piece here is a problem. Best solution here would be a new station somewhere around here that pops in and we can cut across there and up. That would do it, and probably bring north. Yeah, we can do that. Put a new station somewhere around here, aiming that way. Do that. This station can then come over here and really help out and grab the edge of this lot over here. Like that. So you can do that, you come up and come down into there, come to that one. This one brings you up here, that will bring you away. That will allow us to send a train to Scraptoft. Doesn't really need one, but we do that. Then we'll send a train over to here, which will have a loop down and around. We can go about there. 70 meters up. That will allow us to bring a train up to here. Let's get rid of Hamilton for a moment. New station. That will allow us to put a station here, which covers all of this area, and then we have to make a choice. Do we want a station here? And you know what? There's going to be people there. It won't hurt to have a station there. Give me 100 meters there. Okay. I think we got it pretty much covered, so let's get this track in place. We'll start, we hit this, and we head out to that station there. So we'll do a nice turn. Keep them, we get the speed of 45, we don't really have an issue. To there. Bring you to there. Doesn't like doing. Oh, there's a river there. I didn't even realize there was a river there. Yes, there's a river there. We're trying to sneaky our way through this river, aren't we? Yeah, the river's not going to let me sneak through it, I don't think. Yeah, it's too smart for me. It's too smart for me. We're going to switch to a railway track. To there, and then that'll let me. Oh, come on! Back it up, right up, right up. Yeah, it's not going to let me have that. Okay, so in that case, we just need to pull this station back a tiny bit to give us a bit more leeway with our track. Set ourselves to that. Move tool, delete that piece, pull that one back, give us a little bit more playing room here. Switch to train track. There. That should allow. Really? You're gonna let me do that? Oh, because the road and the thingy. Yeah, I was trying to bypass it using the road, but now we're going to have to do that. Okay. Well, that's not a problem. We just move you that way. We delete a few of these little pieces here, and then put you back to. Can you go back to being a ram? Thank you. And then we bring up a new line here. Bring it down to there. Switch that over to a train track, and that will allow us to jump the river. Or it will be really annoying and realize there's a road in the way. Switch it to a viaduct, and we'll all be good. New viaduct, and viaduct it into there. There we go. Just take that little bit of a curve out for no reason. There we go, and we have a viaduct. Okay. There we put it back to trams. We want new. You are going to come down. Where are you going to go? You're going to go to there. That we can do. Boom. Boom. Nice big loop there. Then you will come along this way. And we're going to have to deal with a river here as well. So we'll bring you up to there. Then we'll switch you over to a train track just to get across the river. Back to trams. Boom. And then you, where you're going to go? You're going to go over to this line here. So we're going to put you in a straight line into there. That track will probably end up being pretty useful later on. You're going to go up to there. Ooh, look at that. Okay, bring that up to here. Can we jump this with a train track? We can. Good. I wasn't sure with the road being there as well, but it got us where we needed to be. That one then comes up to here. So go wide and then in. This one then cuts across towards this station here. We can cut through a little bit of river there. Boom. Then we take this one up to North Neverhall. This one to Neverhall. Neverhall cuts across this way down to here. There's a river in the way, so we're going to go a little bit wider and cut in because we can, because we're a tram line. And then this one goes up this way. This is a lot longer than our sort of our normal routes would be, so we're going to do that to there. And then Hamilton needs to come up really far north to deal with that lake. And then the Humber comes down this way. Bring the Humber that way into there. And good. They don't. I was worried they were going to overlap for a second then, but no, they're not overlapping. And there we go. Now this is a much bigger area than the central one. It's going to need more trains. There's no two ways about it. But it does cover a lot more people, and it's going to be a fun one to run. 21 million. Spend the money. Now, I would have preferred not to have gone this far south and cut across here, but I wanted to make sure we had two connections on the loop. I want every place to have two connections to the loop, ideally to two different loops. So this one's right now connecting there and there. The next one, the north line, will probably connect to one of these two stations and probably this station here to help. It's better if you can have them linked twice to different loops, different stations, if possible. All right, let's get this place done. So I'm going to pause for a second so we don't end up. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to leave it running and show you what I mean by it causes some problems. So if we set up a line, I want a new line, and this new line we're going to call it Leicester. This is a Leicester East, right? So Leicester, Leicester, East, which means the code will be LEICESTRE -E. There we go, and the price will be 150 per run. Now, did I have a color code for the East over here? I don't actually have a color code over for East right now. So let's see. East can be orange. There we go. East can be orange. Right. Let's get these stations up and running. Leicester. We'll start the workload at this station here. It's one off the center. It won't cause any clashes with this. So we'll make it like we do it there. Actually, that'll make a nice start point right there. A to A to A to A. See, I saw you do that. I saw you put a B in there. To A to the A to the A. Now this is where we get close to the C to the A. If you always make sure you go in the same direction when you're doing this, that's all. To the C to the A to the A. Then we get to here and now we turn around. B, 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 D, B, B, D, B, 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 B. And done. Alright, that's all that done. Now if we bring up the schedule, we say 40 meters per second, it will be our average. It says to do that, it's going to be 1 hour and 48. Okay, so 1 hour and 48. So 200 divided by, say, 6 trains? No. Yeah, calculator. You won't be anything else. Let's see, 1 hour and 48. So that's 1 hour and 50 minutes. Pause that for a minute because I'm trying to figure this out. How many trains do I want? So 1 hour and 48 minutes is 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 minutes. 100 minutes. Divided by 6 trains? 16 minutes. 6 trains, 16 minutes. 100 minutes divided by 5 trains is 20 minutes. We go with. It's a big loop. I say we go for the 5 trains. We can always add more if we want to. 5 trains. Okay, we can pause now. I've finally figured it out. Buy a train, city tram, maximum capacity. 5 trains is what we said. Boom. There we go. First train on the loop goes to Leicester East. Second train on the loop goes to Leicester East. Third train on the loop goes to Leicester East. 4th train on the loop goes to Leicester East. And finally, Leicester East for you as well. Alright, that puts the trains in the loop, but they are all really close to each other right now. So let's go to the lines. Leicester East is there. We say 40 minutes. It says it's 21 minute 45. Let's set that timer to 20 minutes then. Boom, there we go. We now have a 20-minute delay between each train station. That will allow them to go back and forth. Let's turn off that little adding bit. Leave it on by accident sometimes. And woo! I always forget, if you one step up from where we're running right now is like no UI at all. We don't want that. Okay, so these trains are almost lined up. I did say the first station does have a weird issue, so I'm going to put 0 on that first. Woodbrook A. Willbrook to 0 there. In fact, I'm going to lock those so they don't cause me some problems in the future if I have to alter them. And that should allow the trains to level out. It does appear they are actually fairly leveled out. Let's take a look at the accounting tab, the accounting state tab. And for the most part, they're doing 20 minutes between stops. We're just going to wait for them to complete their full loops. And we should hopefully be happy with that. We need to keep an eye on stuff. But what we do have is 3 people complained about waiting too long. They received 75 in compensation and a bunch of cash there. If we look at our accounting tab, we can see that we paid 20 grand in compensation and 9 grand in refunds. That 20 grand is because we didn't pause it while we were setting up this. We need to move that forward there. Yes, the entire 22 grand in compensation is because we didn't pause it. But you see, they are actually now complaining about being backlogged. They're increasing. We're paying more and more money. So we do actually need an extra train, minimum 1 new train. So, give me my Leicester East, and I will clone that train. Just 1. There we go. That train is cloned, and it does mean we have to adjust the timing on that line as well. Let's put that, paste that there. 18 minutes. Go, and that should balance them out. Now there's more trains on the loop. Let's turn off the scheduler and keep an eye on that. So that should hopefully do it, and hopefully we won't see the number of people complaining anymore about waiting too long, although I feel they're going to complain about it a lot, especially during the backlog we've got right now as well. Yeah, there's 1,000 people in this station right now all ahead wanting to get on a train somewhere, so it's going to take them a few moments to catch up, and we may have to wait until tomorrow before they start complaining. The downside is because we didn't pause it, we've now spent 42 grand in compensation, and it's going to increase over the day as the number of people wanting to use the line increases. Nothing we can do about this, unfortunately. It's just one of the things that happens. That train full? Yes, so the trains are actually full. They can't take any more passengers when they go past this location, and that's just the way it is. 500 in that one, there's 40 in that one, there's 60 in that one. So they don't have many in most of the stations, but the connection stations, that's where the money is really set up. That's where there's a lot of people wanting to use them. So we have just to wait it through and see if they still have problems tomorrow. They probably will, but we won't know what the problem will be until that day kicks in. Okay, so now they've got the east loop in, and we have a train over here waiting for some reason. They shouldn't be waiting by now. They should have figured the loops out. But that's fine. What we're going to do now is we're going to get the north loop in place, and then we'll take a look at the south loop. This one we will pause when we get to building the things, though, because we've just seen what that causes us a problem-wise. I say we connect to this station and possibly this station. Doing that, going to the that station is a bit far out for a loop. But if we go to that one and up here, come around that part, come down here, drop into that station, cut across there, with another station in the middle, that would really help out. That could help out a lot. Yeah, that could work. Alright, so we'll start by putting a duplicate station in here. Put that there. And I noticed this station is quite big. Did this station get accidentally left as a... yeah, I can't downgrade it, but it's actually a train station, not a tram station, sadly. A little mistake there. Probably costs a bit more money, but not the end of the world. Keep it set to tram though, because that's what we're working with here. And we want to take you to 100 meters. Perfect. Next station. That one's going to loop around and head north here. And do we take that piece there? I feel we should go for that. We should definitely get that piece We're not going to go to Rothley, that's too high up. We're going to go across through here, cut across Inston, bring it down. Yeah, that'll work. Right, you cut across here, and your next station is going to be over here in Birdstill. And then you're going to cut up to here. We're going to put a station there. Then you're going to cut across this little section into Winfield Park, which I can't see a distance, 100 meters, please. There we go. That's going to shoot across to Stinston. Do we go up to Queenborough? Yes. Okay, so we're going to send a train station here. That'll go up to there, and we'll take a train there. 100 meters. That'll bring a train down to Queenborough. Yes, that's words. Maybe they're debatable. That brings a train to here. That will allow us to have a train over here. That will allow us to have a link to this station here. Maneuver. There we go. And then finally, that one will hook around and grab a station here. There we go. And that should give us all our stations we require to cover all that middle ground. I can't see a problem with that. Unless we want to grab this here. Is this place worth grabbing? It could be. If we put a station there, what's it going to grab? 340. Okay, it's not the worst. Grab from that one to that one. Can I grab it from here? I can actually grab most of them from here. Okay, we'll do that. We'll put that station just there. Alright, that means tracks. So, what we'll do here is we'll take this track and we'll try and get it onto that station there, because then we can have two stations between the main one, which I would prefer if we can. There is, however, a very nice river right there, so we're going to cut through that river with a train track and link into there. That one will then cut over this way and head into there. Mammoth will then swing south, run down there, and cut into here. Oh, God no! Ah, there's a thing. There's a thing. There we go. And then that one will come down here, and there is again another river in the way. But that will go to there, switch to train track, cross the river, cross the road, switch back to tram, and boom, in. This tram line here is going to go up to this one. So we're going to send it across here, send it up to here, and we should be able to jump this with a train track, I would hope. But I feel it's too wide. It's too wide. So viaduct to that, back down to tram track, and then off we go. Boop. You continue north, up this way. Follow the road up, yep. You then need to get all the way over to Glenwood, which we should, in theory. Can we sneak through the road here? No. Oh, that's not a problem. We just go here, switch to viaduct, because this is going to be quite a wide bit of road. To there. To there. And then go across that. And then we want to be here, back to viaduct. Because train track won't do it yet. Viaduct. Back to tram. And to there. Next one up is to this north station here. Again, to there. Switch to train line this time round. We should have, nope, viaduct. I was really hoping to get a train line there because it's a bit better, but we'll do that. You know what, can we bring that a lot south and help reduce some of this unnecessary curve? There, perfect. New track. Take the tram from there to the north line up here. Boop, boop, boop. Can we get across that? We can get across that. And that one? Yes. It's when there's a... Sometimes it's a bit too much, so we'll try switching to a train track here. Back to tram again. And... boop. You then come down to this one, which means going across this little river here. So train track. Back to tram track. Bring you down to there. Turn. Train track is going to be needed here. And then into there with the train, and then you can have a run down here. Now what I'm going to do, because it's a long run, I'm actually going to make this a train track all the way, because it's a speed issue now. So we're going to put you there. Okay, we're going to go tram initially, just to get you across that little ring. Then we can bring you there to the train. and then bring you down as far this way as we can, using the train track to help with speed. Because right now the trams can do like 70, so this will allow them to get down here a lot faster than they would otherwise be able to. Cut that to there, cut that to there, and then this is where it gets, we have to slow down quite a lot because we are indeed we're going to slow down to 78, but the tram's going to do 70 anyway, so that's fine. And this one's going to go all the way to here, so this is it's not the smallest run. I think we should do train track here as well if we can, although we are getting to a busy populated area, so we'll be careful with that. Down to there. So let's see, can we get you blue line to here maybe? Put that there, swing that around to here, put that in this way, put that to there, bring it into about here, and then switch over to trams. Trams don't care about roads. There we go. That should give you a high-speed connections for those longer stretches of the run as well. It would also help if we didn't completely forget this train station in the middle, wouldn't it? Okay, which one were you supposed to? You were supposed to be here. Okay. You're supposed to go up and down again? Oh, was that supposed to come across then up? That was supposed to come across then up, wasn't it? That's not the end of the world. We can fix that by deleting this part here. Okay. So you... New track, turn, and we're on there, and bring that across this way. You come right over here, and then if we get really fancy, we go viaduct, and the viaduct just basically just bypass all rules. Get me straight over here, and then back into there. Boom. Then this one can come up here and link into there. There we go. It's got a bit of a wobble to it, but I feel that works well for what we need to do. So we need to spend 42 million on that. We're going to run out of cash soon, by the way. That's just the way it is. Okay, now we pause because we have that really annoying part. We say new route, and the new route is going to be called Leicester North. North, and the track name will be N. Price of 1.5, and the north routes are red. So what we'll do is we'll take Peterborough North, copy your colour scheme, Leicester North, we'll use the same colour scheme. There we go. Leicester? Oh, there you are. Wonder where Leicester was for a second then. Alright, routes for Leicester. Start you. And we should start you here. Yeah, go north. Go north. North. So A to A to A to A to A. Nope, that's not A. To A. Then go that way. Keep it on the A track for now. A track. A track. A track. Keep this running around. Follow the loop. We'll get to the station. Turn around. B. B, and this gives us our dual loop, and we want to do the same thing as before. I want to set that first station as a 0 lock station because I feel it's getting some issues where they're bottling up at the source station sometimes, and that's something I want to try to avoid if we can. Okay, that's all complete. So we'll say you are up and running. Lock that in and bring that up. Okay, lock in that one, which is our first station, Baxby A and Baxby B. Baxby B, Batmammoth, Baxby B. Lock those two in. It's an hour and 59 for the loop. We're going to want to bring, so that's 2 hours, that's 120 minutes roughly. We'll say 7 trains. Yeah, 7 trains to 17 minutes. It's a big area, so we'll do it. 7 trains. It's a lot of money. Buy city tram, 5 carriages, buy 1 train, set it onto the Leicester North route, and clone it 6 times. There we go. That gives us all the trains on the same track. Back to the line, and we set the delay between them to be 17 minutes. Boom. And all but the ones with lockdown should be done, and then the trains will go, and there will be a little bit of a well, there's a little bit of a confusion, but they'll get there. It just takes them a bit of time to set themselves apart. Sadly, that will be a thing. These stations are now gathering passengers. There are going to be some minor people complaining, but there's going to be a little bit of a delay on these trains getting through the station. Sometimes 2 trains can sneak through at a time. The timer sort of gets a bit bugged out, where the train behind gets in there and then goes, which you could actually like override and say go. That'd be kind of cool. Just like override for one off, go. But yeah, this should get the trains completing the loop, and we'll have a couple of bottlenecks back here somewhere when that time happens. But we'll get to that shortly. Hopefully we won't see much of it though. Can I open the account screen open? Look at the day. We spent a lot of money, but we bring our lines up, and our Leicester North route is already making money. We can get rid of this schedule warning, and we can see they're going. Now this last train should go, and hopefully we'll see them fairly well spaced out. There we go. And we do have a little gap at the end of the line right now where there's a too many train missing, but I'm sure they'll catch up in a moment. And we'll go to our accounting tab, not account, state tab, and should obviously see most of these saying within the 18-minute window once it's gone through a couple of loops. Okay, so we've got the trains coming around here. Now these ones start going down, but let's look at the lower ones. 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17. So it's just these ones here to worry about, which I believe are getting their 17-minute marker. They're looking pretty good right now. Every station is being visited every 17 minutes. Okay, that's working out really well for us. Okay. That's a lot of trains, but hopefully it'll make some money in. And saying that, it's 6 AM and already made it 100k. I think we're going to be good. It's actually Leicester North is already the most profitable line. It beats our Peterborough South, which has been our most profitable line for such a long time. Let's take a quick look at yesterday, however, and look at our refund service. Go back one day. Fare's too high, yep. But so you had no refunds. You had some compensations because people said they waited too long, but hopefully we won't see anybody doing wait too long today. You had okay, you were okay, you were okay, you were okay. So everyone was okay. Apart from the one we knew about, which was Leicester Central. No, Leicester East, because we set it up where we were paused, and it had major issues. But it appears that looks like it hopefully will be fine. We do have a lot of people waiting in this station though right now, and that's not brilliant. They want to go on the blue line. So we might actually need to upgrade the Peterborough Central to have another train. Not Peterborough Central, the Leicester Central to have another train. I feel they're having an issue getting passengers moved right now. It wouldn't be the end of the world to jump another train on that line for capacity reasons. Let's do it. Leicester C, wrong one. Best trains. Leicester C. Clone the train. We just want the one train though, please. It's 11 million. But it's in. Go to the line to Leicester and we'll go to scheduler up. Run that. It says 14:34. We'll paste that in. Boom. There we go. I don't like to have the 34 on the end, so we'll just put 14 minutes. Keeps their intervals running smoothly. And zoom that out again. There we go. So that should hopefully have those running. Get rid of that scheduler there. And that should hopefully have the trains be a bit more regular, so this 2000 will hopefully go down quite nicely. Okay, we do have way too longs building up today, so who has the way too longs? You have a lot of way too longs on there, you have none, you have a couple of way too longs. So Leicester East and Leicester North are both all complaining about way too longs. That means we need new trains on those. What's your average wait time? 17 minutes. Okay, we're gonna put 2 more trains on the Leicester North. I think it's a big loop. It probably needs 2 more. It's expensive, but we need 2 more. There we go. They're already on the line, and then we need to recalculate your wait times. However, so I'll do that. Set that at 13 minutes. and that will get them going. The next one is Peterborough South. What's your problem? Your problem is a couple of wait too longs, nothing major. And you had 204 wait too longs. I think you need one more train on the Leicester East. Clone one train. And then we need to recalculate your stop times. You say 15 minutes, I say sure. 15 minutes. Boom. There we go. Hopefully that will work out and keep our lines from getting too much on the refund side. He says we're looking immediately at the North Line getting more refunds, but that could be something that will be fixed tomorrow when the backlog gets through. Okay, we have spent 100,000 in refunds, however, and compensations, so that's hurting. But we have made 2 million in tickets, so it's potentially okay. Potentially okay. 600 on that station, 4,000 on that station. That's the problem there. The backlog we can't get through. That backlog will go away in the morning, though. As soon as they all wheedle out of the way. Okay, I think we're good there. We don't think we can really be complaining about that, though. This North Line is. Ooh, why are you waiting there? Why? Why are you waiting so long? State. That was a 13-minute gap between that station and that one. That's why you were waiting. Oh, there's a 13-minute timer on it. Was anything less than 13 minutes? Well, they can't do the literally stop and wait. Somebody was stopping them, unless it was trying to catch up with the loop, because we did just add new trains recently. Just keep an eye on this station up here and see if we see them having an issue. I think it might have been a one-off as new trains came into the circulation. But everyone seemed to be hanging around pretty well. This one did arrive a little bit early, but nothing too major. These are at 22 minutes. These are probably the problem areas. But I think we're okay. The counting tab is getting 6,000 people compensated for being late, which has cost us a crap ton of money. Look at those refunds. But we have brought a lot of money in. This station, even though we've got a lot of refunds on it, has made a good profit. Leicester also made some good profits there. Let's go to profit lines. Look at that. They're making good money. They're making good money. We have had people complain about fares, but only 64 people. It might be worth putting all our fares up to like $2, apart from the South Line, which is complaining, because most of them others aren't actually complaining. Let's see. Not complaining, not complaining. You're complaining about too long. You're complaining about too long. You're not complaining. You're complaining about too long, and you're complaining about too long, and fares too high. So yeah, everyone apart from you, we can put your fares up a little bit. I think we go for 2. It probably hurt us, but we'll find out and make some money back to help out with our actual profits later. And if it does go, if we get a lot of complaints and refunds, we can always correct them. There we go. Everyone's got the $2 apart from the South Line, which has already got people complaining about it, and we'll see if that causes a problem in the morning. Because if they're going to complain about being charged too much, which no one appears to have done so far, that'll make us a lot more money in the short run, and we just have to worry about Peterborough South, who's complaining about the fares too high. But there we go. We have a lot more trains over here. This is a much bigger area now than the other one. But I think we're going good. Over here, though, in the Leicester North, 10,000 people waited too long. Yeah, it's mostly this area here. It's just, we can't keep up with the demand. It's just way too many. You have no problem there. You have 900 people wait too long, but we've got another train there now, so that should hopefully help out. Like I said, we'll find that out tomorrow with the time it resets. The downside to train lines is they start using them straight away, and then you try and get people on them. A good idea might be to not activate lines until after midnight, just after midnight when they're going to be empty and trains can get into the area. Sadly, they won't start trains evenly around the stations, so you don't have to worry about all blocking up. But it might be a good idea to at least have the trains spread out a little bit first, which we could do. We could do that by setting like a wait time on the trains for the first couple of loops and then put the gap in. That could work. Yeah, if we were to set a min wait time of like 1 minute for each train, and then once we spread out a little bit, we can increase that. We can put the actual time delay in. That actually might work better, because then there's only 1 minute delay between trains rather than like 10 seconds. but not have to wait 15 minutes for each train to get moving. That might be a better way of doing it in the future. We'll try that out with the next loop we do, which will be the south, which will be in the next episode because I didn't get time to do it today. So the south one, we're going to go down to Aubrey, around here, back up, probably down to Waiton, back up here, pop into there, kick down here and back up to there. That was roughly what we're going to be doing. And then we'll do the same thing. That we'll try and set the min stop time first and see if that plays out nicely for us. But we do have Leicester up and running, and I think that looks pretty well. We have made 5 million today so far, compared to our 3.7 last time round and our 3.2, 3.7, and a 5.5 on fares. Compensation has kind of kicked us in the butt a little bit there though, but I'm sure we'll see how that goes in the next day. Okay, that being said, I think we're at a good standing point now to be able to hold here and to look at that. It's interesting. I don't think we'll get a line between the north and the south. I think it's going to be a bit impossible for that. They can jump on this line here and ride down if they wish to. It's up to them. But I'm sure we'll work it out. Anyway, until next time when we do come back to looking on Leicester South and Leicester West. Probably Leicester West, Northwest and Southwest probably. It's a big area. I'm not sure. Yeah, well, I think we should definitely split that one. Because these are already too big. I don't like how big they are. I'm actually considering putting a line straight across there and making this a north-north and a north-central. But we'll figure that one out at the time. Until then, however, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the series. Please let me know what you feel about it all in the comments. And until next time, comments in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye.